For this week's assignment, you will need a few different things. You need some glue, it could be a glue stick or a glue bottle, scissors, colored construction paper, some white paper, and something to color with. It could be markers, crayons, or colored pencils, whatever you have. If you do not have colored paper like this, that's okay. You can just use different white paper and then color the paper so that it's different colors. If you don't have glue or scissors, then you can just do this project by drawing it instead of cutting out the different pieces of paper. I'm going to show the steps for how to create our warm colored trees assignment with a cool colored background. So to start, you need your white paper. Then you're going to design a background using cool colors. So I have some cool colored crayons and some cool colored markers. I might use both. You can just use one if you would like. So my cool colors are greens, purples, and blues. If you have crayons that have different shades of these colors, you can use those as well. So if you have a light blue, you can use a light blue or a light green or a dark green, all different shades. So my background, I'm going to create some different hills. And I'm also going to create kind of a windy looking sky. So in my sky there's going to be some wind, so I'm going to do some spirals. I think I'm going to add some clouds too. So you can do whatever you want in your background using your cool colors. If you want to design a pattern or draw different lines and spirals and curvy lines or zigzags, you can do that. The background is up to you to decide what you want to draw. The only thing you have to do is use cool colors. I'm going to just draw a bunch of curvy, round lines to make my hills look really hilly and round. I'm going to fill in my whole paper. I don't want to see a lot of empty space. So I would spend more time coloring, but I'm going to go to the next step so you guys can do more coloring than I did. But just so this video isn't super long, I'm going to do the next step. So the next step is to create my tree trunks. So if you have colored construction paper, you can use a brown piece of paper. If you only have white paper, then you can take some white paper and color it brown and then cut out a tree trunk. So our tree trunks are just going to be straight, so just cut a strip of paper all the way across. And then I'm going to make mine a little shorter, so I'm going to cut it in half. So now I have a nice tree trunk and another tree trunk. And I'm going to make 3 different trees. You could make more than 3 if you would like. So I'm going to cut out another one. And then make this one a little longer. And then I'm going to put it right here. So now we need the tops of our trees. So our trees are going to look like fall trees and be very warm colors. So if you have construction paper, find your warm colors. So warm colors are orange, red, and yellow, and all the different shades. So I have some pink paper too, because that's a shade of red. So that's warm. So I grabbed all my warm colored pieces of paper. And now I can cut out the tops of my trees. And we're just gonna make our trees circles. So if you want, you can trace some circles. So I have this tape that's a circle and I could trace around it. Or you can draw your circle. So there's my trace circle, or you can just draw a circle if you feel like you're really good at drawing circles. And I'm going to do a few on different colors, so I have a bunch of different colored treetops. So I'm going to do one on my pink and make it a little smaller. I'm going to do a red one and make it a little bigger. And then I'm going to cut those out. So again, if you only have white paper, you can draw different circles and color them the different warm colors. So if you only have white paper, just draw a circle and maybe color it in red. So then you have a red circle. And if you don't have scissors or glue, then you can just draw your tree on your first paper instead of doing all the cutting out and gluing. So since this circle is smaller than my red one, I'm going to put it on top of that one. And then this orange one is even bigger than the red one. So the red one is going to go on top of that one. So now I have the biggest circle in the back, then the red one, and then the smallest one is the pink one. So then you can glue them down. So I'm going to flip over my pink one, put some glue on the back, glue it onto the red one. Get a nice little rub, and flip over the red one. Glue it to my orange one, and now I have my tree top, but it needs to be glued down to a tree. So I'm going to pick a tree trunk. I think I'm going to do this one over here first. So I need to first glue down my tree trunk. Give it a nice rub, and then take my tree top, put some glue on the back, and add it on top of my tree trunk. So now I have my tree top that looks like a nice fall tree with fall colored leaves. So then I have 2 more trees I need to do, so you can draw more circles on your warm colored paper, maybe do some yellow and pink and orange, so you can change up the colors you use. Just make sure they're warm colors for our fall trees. Then once you have all 3 trees glued on, just like this one, then you can add some details on top of your trees. So if you want, you can draw different things on top of them to make it look more like a tree. So I was doing some like leaf shapes, to make it more tree-like. And you can keep going and add as many details as you want. Then when you're all done, you can take a picture and post it to Google Classroom so I can see your finished fall trees.